don't know if we'll die.
I think you're singing this, that's all good. If you're already watching, just wait, just chill a minute. Wait,
We can't tell because we're outdoors, we can't see anything. I have no idea where it's from.
I can see why people like Android. We are live, right, okay.
Hi everyone.
Excellent, right, slightly different tonight. Firstly, our phone is the other way round, so the camera now, we can't see straight away, so it's a little bit weird. But as you can see, we've come out.
We're outdoors and everything.
Yeah.
It's really chilly.
We're actually sat in the ruins of a church in a graveyard. And it's really nice, I like it. So yeah, so we're going to stay here until 9ish, until it gets dark. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Leah, can you confirm whether the sounds are right or not?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
That's because we're sitting near you.
Alright, because obviously we've come out, we've needed to bring Leah with us, so she's our tech support.
No pressure or anything.
Right, so yeah, so we are in a derelict church in the graveyard.
It's one of my favourite places to be. It's the first place. It's the first place that I came to do an investigation with a team. Didn't know that I was going to eventually join the team, but came along here. It was much darker than this, much later at night than this.
Yeah, we've come at sensible time because you guys like to go to bed early.
Yeah. Look at us, it's Sunday and we're in church.
That's the first bird I've seen on site. Yeah. Well, we came down here yesterday, one, to kind of familiarise ourselves with it, see if we could feel anything, two, work out where we were going to frame this shot, and it was quite active. And for us getting here tonight, when we set up, we got two, it sounds like such a cliche, we had two fully charged batteries for our little
digital camera.
Yeah, a little camera. Both say flat. So I turn it off, turn it on, flat, turn it off, turn it on, still flat. Turn it back on, full power.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. One of the other batteries is completely dead, but that one was then flat and then fully charged again somehow. So something was weird on that.
And we've set up over the other side an old Sony Handycam, old-fashioned camcorder. That we're doing some recording on now, and in a little bit when the light goes, that will be switched over to night vision, and it's just recording the bit of the cemetery that we're not in.
Yeah, it's what we call fixed cameras. So we've got one behind us there which can see all of us here, and then the other one's over there looking up to the graveyard. Over there.
You're all witnesses. Yeah. So
yeah, you'll have to let us know if you see anything or if you've got any questions. But we're kind of going to go with the flow a little bit. If the need takes us, we'll pick the camera up and wander around. I'll show you a bit more. But we'll see. So what do you guys want to see? What do you want to hear about?
Are there any questions that you have?
Penny's bought her dowsing rods. I've bought my pendulum.
And we've got the K2 meter somewhere.
I've actually put my pendulum up there. It's hanging up on the wall. Where's the K2?
Yeah.
So yeah, that is on, but it's not doing much at the minute.
I have had a little bit of activity already though. When I got my rods out just now, just before we went live. To give a bit of backstory, when we arrived, Alistair came in first and had a bit of a feeling of trepidation.
Yeah. It just felt like it didn't feel as relaxed as it normally was. So I sort of came in and sort of stopped just inside the gate and then felt I needed to explain that everything will be done with respect. We're not here to cause any harm or disrespect to anybody. But if there is anybody who wants to come and say hi or affect something, then that's fine too. As just a nice, respectful equality maybe. But so then I went back to the car and came back to you, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you felt it when you came in.
No, when we first came in, I didn't really feel anything different then. But as we walked closer to the building or the rooms, then it was like my stomach turned over. It like flipped, like when you go over Humpback Bridge. And I kind of got that feeling too.
It was because I've never felt that when I come in here before.
It was a bit odd because it's usually so calm in here. I mean, I've been here when there's been a lot of activity, and I've been here when there's been no activity. But I got my rods out yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
So got my rods out yesterday here, and got directed up the hill towards the entrance. And got pulled in bizarre directions. But when I asked questions like, are you linked to this place? No. No information. It was really quite difficult. I've never wanted a spirit board with me quite as much. So I could actually get some information. But what I did get very clearly was the name George, really firmly, and then very little else. And there was quite a lot of mischief about him. And he clearly wanted me to go in the really inaccessible bits of the graveyard.
Excellent. Goes for the humour.
Yeah. Which I didn't go in because it's all nettles and brambles. I'm a wuss. So I didn't. So just before we went live this evening, I got my rods out again, and instantly they swung together and then swung all the way around. So we do have company here. I'm just not quite sure yet why. We shall see as the evening unfolds.
Or we'll end up more confused than when we started.
That happens a lot. Most days. Hi Marion, sorry about...
Yeah, sorry to hear about that. Bless you.
Bless your heart.
That's not fun.
Except for the bird that just laughed.
That
wasn't anything to do with
pheasants.
us. Wasn't anything to do with us. So
what do you guys want us to do? Do you want us to do some dowsing? Do you want us to just do mediumship?
Or just chat.
Oh yeah, we can
Ask us
just
questions.
chit-chat.
Because you can't really turn mediumship on and off.
I'll give you a bit of a story while you're figuring it out. Some of you might have seen the video that I put on Instagram about the tower card that came out from me yesterday in the cards. And the tower card it's a destructive card generally when it comes to tarot. But you have to look at it from a different perspective. Yes, the tower card indicated change to me. So yesterday, everything was all about change. Whatever plan I thought I had wasn't going to work how I thought it was going to go. But it also, with the tarot card, reassures you that you're in the right place with the right people and the right support to just make those changes and adapt with each bit as it comes in. So you kind of have to just keep rolling with the punches. But yeah, yesterday was that from 9 o'clock in the morning. I felt like a record. I'm 42 and I'm looking when I'm 78 or something. It was very bizarre. So what do they want? Still no comment.
Nobody's telling us. We're sitting out here in the cold for you.
Yeah.
It looks lovely.
It's quite nice.
It looks warmer than it is, for sure. So keep
Another pheasant.
we're being surrounded by wildlife. But what we noticed yesterday, because we did some filming yesterday, was we didn't see any wildlife at all. No birds, no mice, no squirrels, no deer, muntjac deer.
Yeah, and it was weird. And it goes really quietly as well.
Yeah. But we didn't see anything, but we've seen and heard, although the pheasants aren't in here, they're outside. Just really Okay. Hey Rose! What do you want us to do, Rose? We're outside in the cold.
We can't even, because we never research a place before we go to it, I can't even tell you really kind of which room or which bit we're sat in. Just sort of entrances and things. Maybe what we'll do is put together some sort of video with the collated footage and perhaps tag it to the
Or maybe let you do
page.
that.
Yeah, tag it to the page where it tells you kind of a bit more of the history about it.
As I say, I've been here before, but I don't know any of the... Rose says she can't hear us. What's happening? Do we need to move it a bit closer?
The sounds are okay on mine.
Turn it up, Rose.
Yeah, it's probably because we're a bit far away. What I can do is I'll get over the microphone. Give me a second.
We'll just move it a bit closer now. So we'll keep nattering. Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves. You normally tell me to do that.
So yeah, I don't have any background history of anywhere I go because I don't want to be influenced in any way. And what I pick up is just what I pick up then, and it can be different every time. And every time I've come here, it's been something completely different. And I don't research what comes through to me. Certainly when I've been here before with a team, somebody else has done the research and stuff. I don't need to do it.
Excuse me, folks, the camera's about to have a little bit of a wobble. Just going to move it
Okay.
a little bit closer so we can...
I'm blind. It's a really bright light. Now I can't see it anymore. And we're having a microphone plugged in.
Right. You'll have to tell us now if that helps.
Can you hear us now? We've got a separate mic.
It should improve it, but I'm not 100% certain.
I don't know because there's a time delay on
Yeah.
my phone.
So anyway, yeah, you carry on.
I've forgotten what I was saying now. You've distracted me somewhat.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. We're live. It's the nature of live TV.
It is, yeah. Other people.
Oh, I thought I saw a person, but no, fair enough.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a pheasant. I could just seen its head go like that.
What is it in here?
Yeah, it's in here walking its way down. So the pheasant's going to slowly creep in here and then scream at us.
And scare the bejesus out of us.
That's better. Right, excellent.
Excellent.
That's fine. We got the tech. We just wasn't sure whether we needed to use it all or what we needed to do.
There's not much that we can do because we can't pop to the shop and get another microphone, to be
No.
fair. And we don't want the phone too close to us because nobody needs to get that close to my wrinkles, I'm sure.
I want to see the surroundings.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
because look, we're in the way and you can't see.
Yeah, so if we
Look,
move off to
look
the
at
side,
the fun view that we have.
over in that top corner, I can't see on the screen for where to put my finger, so over in that corner, oh, no, it's still a delay, I still can't do it. Oh, I was right, it was cool. Right, over where exactly where I pointed first, there is a broken old bench. And the first time I came here, I was wandering round
Sorry, I'm going to fall off if I
and
don't
got
move.
to that corner and just felt really annoyed, like somebody was really angry, annoyed, it was disrespectful. So I'm sort of looking round for something what I would consider like a fallen stone or something like that. If I can remedy, I will, but I'm not really supposed to pick stuff up like that. And as it turns out, it was the bench. So I sort of dug it out from under the tree, all this broken down branches and stuff, and sort of propped it up. It was knackered, it was old, but it was up against the wall. And at that point, the energy relaxed and it felt, oh, okay, right, fair enough. Then when we come back here yesterday, Leah was walking around and said about that corner sort of feeling a bit sort of weird, like was it like something was missing, or yeah, like a frustration sort of thing. And then I said, well that'll be potentially this. We get up there, the bench is completely obliterated. Now whether that's just weather and things moving about, or if somebody's trod on it or broken, I don't know, but because of the energy that kind of surrounds it, I'm led to believe that it was probably broken by somebody, and then that's kind of the person up there gets annoyed at that. So yeah, sorry. If you've still stayed tuned in, I don't think we're mental.
So So what did I get the first time I came here? And the team already had a medium. I just came because I'm nosy and I really like doing it. And I was drawn to the bottom corner. I didn't know this place was here at all. Had no reason to know it was here. I got really lost. And there's a little, it's quite a big round area that you can go round, which I did 2 or 3 times. Drove completely past the place. Didn't see that the team and all the cars were there.
I've been a passenger.
Straight, I've done it on the way here with you. But anywho, drawn to the bottom corner and was pulled into, it was such a heartbreaking conversation with a, I'm not sure, I might get this the wrong way round now because it's been a long time, and like I say, I don't research anything, although it has been validated since. I think that it was a young man that contacted me in here, and I could feel another energy the other side of the wall that surrounds the cemetery, and what I got was they were quite young, late teens, and they loved each other and wanted to be together, and nobody wanted them to be together, and I couldn't get which way round it happened, but one died, and then the other, and again they were quite young, but one is buried within this cemetery and one isn't. They were buried the other side of the wall, so they can see each other, if you like, but they can't get close. And it was so devastating to feel, absolutely devastating. Like I say, that was validated afterwards, which was brilliant. I can barely see that.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I've got no glasses on.
Use your binoculars.
But everything reflects off it. I just look like an alien with glowing eyes. Weirdo. So yeah, so I've got that here. On a different time when I've been here, I was drawn to by a very small child, very small, 3 or 4, very young, looking for their parents, and I was guided by my rods, and actually found the 3 graves, the parents and the child. So at that point, I did what I could to help the child cross over. I felt the energy dissipate, and it felt like a gentle release of energy, really lovely. So I'm hoping that I did some good and that I was helpful. So I've got that here before.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
And obviously now the mysterious George, mischievous
George.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of sound here now of birds. We
This is
didn't have
bizarre.
any at all the other yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday
at the
when
same
we were here,
time.
it was so still and silent. It was bizarre. It made all 3 of us sort of stop and go, "Did you notice this? Was it just me?" But no, tonight it's.
So if you were hoping for a ghost hunt, we're not doing a ghost hunt. This is our regular Sunday share.
Yeah.
Just suddenly occurred to me that you might be sitting there going, well, you're not calling out and you're not waiting for a response. That wasn't our intention. Our intention was to do something a bit different, a bit interesting.
Yeah.
Show you a bit of our world.
Have a different backdrop.
Yeah.
Without it being CGI or green screen.
Yeah. And it is lovely here. It's massively overgrown.
Yeah, it is
and
a
a
bit.
bit ramshackle, but I do love it.
I mean, like I say, we're not here on a ghost hunt as such, but if a ghost appears, I'll grab the camera and run and show you it. That would be my logic. But
Hopefully we'll get some footage off the locked off cameras that we've got. As I say, the other one, sorry? Excellent. Shall we tell them where we are?
Oh, Lisa, you were always late to the lessons you came to and all. Only talking about you this morning.
We didn't say where we were.
No, we haven't said where we are. It's a little derelict church near where we live. That's as much as I'm prepared to say online in this format. If you want to contact us personally via Messenger, we'll let you know where it is that way. But it's just a nice, beautiful spot. So it's kind of...
Again, because we're not doing a investigation or a hunt or anything, places like this can get overrun and trampled and quite damaged by people that don't appreciate the history and things like that. So we are a little bit protective over where we're going and what we're going to do.
I'm sure you will understand that. You know, we don't need to...
And some of you will recognise it, without a doubt.
Oh,
some of you will go, I know exactly where you are.
Yeah, Mickey and Alex will know exactly where we are.
Yeah. Lisa, you've done nothing wrong, my lovely. All you did was ask.
No, it's fine. We did wonder if people would ask, but like we said, we're not really here for a ghost hunt. It was just a really nice venue.
Yeah, we didn't want people to just turn up either, and because we get distracted enough by each other, to be fair, let alone what's going on around us.
And I'll be honest, if I was going to do a ghost hunt, I wouldn't do it in a graveyard anyway.
No.
Because most of the time, everything here is at peace, and it tends to be residual energy.
And usually linked to the ground. Usually linked to the ground or the building rather than the graves themselves.
Yeah.
Because your body is just a shell, and when you pass, you leave that shell. Otherwise, there would be no haunted locations at all, and all the graveyards would be terrifying.
So if we were going to do a ghost hunt, I wouldn't pick a graveyard.
Hey, Mickey. Yeah, it's our favourite.
Yeah, we knew he'd know where it is.
Absolutely.
Oh, I've got to say, Mickey, you got the debates going in our house and your show. It's just these little moments you guys say stuff and then we can't reply quick enough.
Give a bit of background now.
I can't remember what it was we were debating about.
Well, Mickey and Alex are UK haunted, and they're amazing.
Oh, it was the ghost spirit question.
Their understanding of the technical side of investigations is out of this world. It's something that I'm not even ever going to try to do. I can barely work my phone to get the comments, to be fair. But their technical understanding and their diligence to do an investigation properly and not just blindly believe is amazing. And Mickey was part of the original team that I first came here with, and Alex joined the team later, and then we fractured. But
this is why I said we should have taken notes.
What for?
I said to you that night, we need to take notes for our show on Sunday. Of things that kind of, like, what's the difference between a ghost and a spirit? There isn't. There is no difference.
It's semantics.
And
there are people that will definitely say, well, a spirit is the essence of a body, and well, what's a ghost then? This, I have huge issue with people trying to sound more knowledgeable than they are, or to show that they have more worth than they should. So I don't have an issue with that. That's the wrong thing to say. People will ask questions, and they should ask questions, because how will we ever know stuff? Ooh, it's getting dark.
No, I'm giving us a bit more of a natural light. So.
Oh, right, okay. Make me look younger.
Make it really bright.
Younger. Yeah. So, some of the questions like that, it's like I can't type fast enough, and to be fair, I must do the UK haunted team in with my comments and things. Cause
I'm so slow. By the time I've written the answer, you've moved on. I'm like, oh, I've missed that one now.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting delete.
Yeah. So those guys have Ghost Box on a Wednesday night at 9 on Twitter and YouTube, and they're brilliant. So tune in, because we do every week just to annoy them. Not really, because it's good fun. And everybody's beliefs are different. So I know Mickey's got a massive interest in haunted dolls. I hate haunted dolls. I hate dolls.
I want a haunted object. Somebody send me a haunted object.
You can have a haunted object, just not a doll.
I said I wanted to buy one off eBay, but you wouldn't let me.
What?
I wanted to buy a haunted item. They sell these haunted items on eBay.
No, it's just somebody trying to
I
sell
want to do
something
a
and
is
they
it
write,
haunted
it's haunted
unboxing
on it.
Well, that's what I'm
It's-
assuming.
Yeah,
But we could do the unboxing of that.
great. That might just be an Alistair special.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can't think of any of the subjects. Oh, we was.
No, never annoy us.
Yeah. You say that now.
No, their show's good, guys. If you get a
there
chance.
was it about aliens? This one. Was there a bit about aliens?
No, I don't think so. That was the one before.
Oh Lord.
I think. I don't know. Maybe.
Do you remember? What? No.
I remember
We're
having a
quite
debate.
useful for these kind of things.
Trump.
Settle down. We're quite useful going to these things because we all instantly forget everything that
Yeah.
happens and is said. So every day is an adventure. Yeah, sorry.
Random thought that came into my head during the week. We were talking about a friend of ours who's getting a bit of lip off her kid, and I kind of just blurted out, "Kids can only ever paint with the palette you give them," and I don't know where that came from, so I'm coining that as mine. Made it up.
Hi, Lisa. It does make sense, stone tape theory. It isn't an explanation of what a ghost and a spirit is.
Oh, I see what the yeah.
The what came up was what is a ghost and spirit? What is a ghost? What is a spirit? They're the same thing. It's just a word.
You've got to bear in mind that most of what you understand about the paranormal and spirits is Hollywood stuff. It's books, and there was so much stuff that was faked and it was fraudulent in the beginning, and there were so many table knockers and rattlers that did so many things to trick people.
Oh yeah.
That there's quite a lot of it, that stems the disbelief. So you then end up with the realms of people putting things that are fiction into reality because they've seen it or heard it in the past, and that's where history gets a bit skewed with things.
Yeah.
So most of what we think we understand about the paranormal is probably just Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Has anybody on this watching this ever heard of an author called Arthur C. Clarke?
Oh.
Because I mentioned this to the Ghostbox team. I've just remembered what it was that I went, what?
Oh, Alex
Yeah.
said he didn't know, didn't he?
Yeah, you guys said you'd not heard of Arthur C. Clarke. Was the first author's books that I read that was to do with Bigfoot and Loch Ness and
Huge
crystal
paranormal
skulls,
writer.
the stone circles, the crop circles. Anything that was a bit weird was in those books, and that was all I read as a kid.
Yeah.
Apart from Tolkien, I didn't really read any fiction. So yeah, I started on Arthur C. Clarke's, and then as I grew up, you kind of go, well, yeah, we found out that picture was fake and that picture was fake. So,
Mickey said the last ghost box was about, have you ever seen a ghost?
oh yeah, that was their main question, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
And we all went off on our own tangent. Sorry, Mickey.
yeah. I think we've told you about our experiences, but it depends whether you, because you could even play semantics and go ghost, spirit, entity. What's an entity?
It's all the same.
I think it's a measure of how solid something seems in front of you.
I think it's different people at different points have picked a different word so that they sound more intelligent and knowledgeable
What do you think some
about
of
the
them?
subject.
Which
And
one makes
then
them
other
sound more
people-
scary?
Yeah, and that.
Yeah. So things like demon.
Entity sounds scary. Demon's a different thing.
No, I know, but it's a word that you expect it to mean something horrible or as an evil. It's a demon.
Yeah. A negative
But
energy.
what if they're just misunderstood?
Like a naughty child.
Demons have feelings too, I think.
Is a demon an angel with ADHD? That's a little bit topical.
Oh, I just think, but in the same way as in real life, you don't always have to take what somebody else tells you as being fact about somebody else. So if you think about who it is that tells you about demons, you then have to think, why are they trying to tell me that? But that's just my mistrust for the Christian system.
There you go. We are in a church.
We are.
Don't make-
That'd be a good opener for a debate.
Don't make people cross in here. Cross. Sorry.
That's so bad. Sorry, I'm having a coffee because it is really cold here.
It is. We've bought extra blankets and coats and things like that, but they're over there.
So what did Lisa say?
You read. I've got glasses for everything and I've brought none of them with me.
So Lisa spoke. I watched a ghost hunt type thing in. The lady said ghost spirit stone brick wall recording. Oh, I see what you mean. That's why you mentioned that. Yeah, you see, that's what I do. The psychometry of sort of buildings and energy and things. And I was talking to Leah earlier about this. My mate, when I was a kid, we used to cycle all over Scotland. I've cycled all over the Cairngorms and Ben Nevis, Ben Rinnis. And we'd randomly change direction on a road. We'd come up to 3 bits and we'd go a particular way. And 9 times out of 10, I chose. And my mate was always kind of, well, have you got the map? Nope. I just kind of think I know where I'm going. And most of the time it worked out. We had no set destination. It was just a case of going out into that place to do that. So we found loads of stuff and he thought I was mental. But yeah, I was talking about kind of putting my hands on brickwork and land and sort of reading energy from ages sort of 17. Maybe that's why I was bullied at school.
Because you was weird.
I was the weird one at school, yeah.
I wasn't bullied at school, but my nickname was Psycho. But that was because I believed in all the spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
And visions and things like that. But I didn't care what people thought about that.
Oh no, I kind of did at the time. And that's been the same struggle coming back into spirituality as strong as I have now. Was that battle between the feminine, the masculine, what of this is quite female orientated, how as a person and a man do you sort of go, well, I'm getting this feeling without sounding like you shouldn't be having feelings. Do you know, it's kind of...
Because you're not effeminate.
Yeah, it's that sort of logic.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Everybody has a level of sensitivity and it doesn't matter how masculine or feminine they are. Apologies for the really loud pheasant.
I think they're having an argument.
I think they are.
Yeah, I think one over there keeps swearing at one over
I don't
here.
know where our assistant's
There'll be a woman
gone.
involved somewhere, I'll bet.
I don't know where our assistant's gone. She's wandered.
Liz, she's gone for a wander up that way.
Alright, I'm just going to...
Her eyes had rolled back in her head and turned white. She looked alright though, so I just let her go. Sorry, that's not funny.
No, that's really inappropriate. Alright, so I'm just going to whip over there and turn the night vision on the
Oh, yes.
camcorder.
Cool.
Try not to fall over.
So yeah, the other thing with doing sort of this sort of thing is residual energy stuff. Somebody asked me in the week, how do I know? How do I know what I'm feeling isn't just what I'm thinking? And to be honest, part of me doesn't really know that. So you kind of get a feel for the place and how it's laid out, and that will give you a sense of how things flowed and moved around the structure of the building. That then gives you a sense of direction for things. At that point, it then becomes a kind of about feeling how the brickwork feels. Does it feel like it was a loving home? Does it feel like there was a lot of turbulence? Was there a lot of illness?
Magic, the camcorder's stopped working.
The battery's gone flat.
battery's
Now,
drained.
I have grabbed that one actually and see if that one's the same. I have a theory on this. What kills batteries, because these are the modern ones, it's because it's cold.
Quite possibly.
If you bring it over,
That's
I'll...
off.
No, just the back screen goes off.
Alright, okay. So, found in the
No,
cupboard.
that one actually is still going.
Excellent. So I found in the cupboard our old Sony Handycam, and it's got night vision and everything, which is great. And it had a full battery, and it was nestled out of the wind in a little alcove over there.
It's gone flat.
It's gone flat.
But they do get affected by the cold. I was recording my dog training once, and it had been snowing, and my iPhone just turned itself off because it was too cold, which I thought was quite rude.
Now it says the battery's fine. Oh no, the battery's fine. So I'm intrigued because I think it's recorded about 11 minutes of something.
Let's hope it's something really
I
exciting.
don't know what it has recorded. 11 minutes. It had a full charge on it. So we shall look at that, see if there's anything to see other than a pheasant that was
Yeah, that was wandering around up and
wandering
down over there.
across.
So yeah, anyway, so it's sort of reading residual energy is a little bit like storytelling, but filling in the blanks. The other way to think of it is, imagine when you stand in an empty derelict property, that gives you a book. The book of the property is then in front of you, your eyes are closed and you have to flick through the pages and just pick a random page and then read that. Then you have to shut the book again, flick through a random page and read that. What you then get is snippets of bits of time that fit within the book of the building, but they're not necessarily going to be in the right order that you're picking them out in.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I tried to think of an analogy that explained how I pick up and how I slot together all the bits of information.
Again, wasn't really listening. Wasn't because you were being boring. It was because I was
'Cause I was
reading
being confusing.
a very important question, and I was valuing our lovely viewers over your chit chatter, because you can tell me your chit chatter later. So, Lisa recently moved.
Yeah, that's what I
had
was
to
talking
have
to
an
George about.
energy clearance, and there were portals that we had closed. How do portals open? Okay. It is something that I've experienced and I've assisted with and assisted to close, and it is, I can't keep hold of that, sorry, my hands are freezing, I need to put gloves on. And portals tend to occur near places where there is water, and it is a collection, usually a collection of natural energy, and water, the flow of water has a lot of natural energy in it, and basically the energy builds and builds and builds, much as I'd like to say, and it rips a hole in the space-time continuum. I don't know what it does scientifically. All I can tell you is I do understand that you can feel when there is a portal, where there is a shift. It doesn't mean that you've got spirits rushing through and filling your house, but it does mean that there is a thinner energy there between the plane that we reside on and the plane that spirit resides on, and whatever else, I don't know. I'm like, it's not really in my realm of knowledge, but I do know that you can have a lot of disturbance if you've got a portal, so it might bring up energy that wasn't there previously, and you might have doors slamming, taps turning on and off, objects moving or disappearing and then reappearing, and all of that is linked to energetic movement, so kinetic energy, rather than a particular entity, if that makes sense. So yes, sometimes the portals have to be closed down to stop all of that activity going on, and because we don't know.
So what does a portal do?
It's a doorway. It's like the everything is energy. Everything is surrounded by energy, and then if you imagine everything, imagine a piece of cling film that when you pull it and it stretches, it's all still there, but it gets thinner and thinner and thinner.
Yeah.
The more you pull it, at the central point of that is like a portal.
Right, okay, so it's at its absolute thinnest between two worlds.
Because of the rush of energy that's there,
Cool.
that's around it. Does that make sense? That's
Yeah, I
not
just wanted to ask the
too
question
weird.
that potentially somebody would think. So.
Okay. Again, I don't know all of the answers. There might be people that think differently. That's certainly the explanation that I feel is appropriate from what I've experienced. As I said on a previous show, I went to somebody's house and their bathroom doorway, I could feel the energy shift as I was going upstairs towards the bathroom, and I obviously didn't want to freak them out too much, but they definitely had something going on. But I didn't feel that there was negative energy anywhere else within their house, or any movement of energy, and the portal itself, I couldn't feel movement through it. I could feel that it was there, and it was quite strong. That pheasant's getting quite leery.
We're going to hear it scream and then hear a thud in a second because there's a road down there.
Or there'll be a fox getting his dinner. So yeah, you've had lots of things go wrong. Young George, well, he'll have thought was our child, so they were so concerned with us, connected with us. I can't. Can you press that? Because I can't take my gloves off. You're of no help.
I can't stand that. I don't know why people have an Android.
Okay. Excellent. I mean, if it's energy that you're still experiencing, it is something that we can help you with.
Can I just point
see what
something
you're
out? We
reading.
appear to have a better quality feed and signal than we ever do while we're in our own home.
Yeah, and we live in a village,
Yeah.
and we are literally in the middle of nowhere now. We should get a better signal there.
Yeah, no, every
Just
week
put it
I have
on
to
there.
take it off the Wi-Fi because Sky's internet
Let
pants.
it go. Bitterness.
So yeah, maybe we come here every week and just do, or not here, just somewhere else.
Maybe we'll wait until it's more warm and summery.
Or if you've got a place that you think it's a little bit spooky or weird, then yeah, let us know. We'll go there.
Indoors with a kettle, that would be fab. I'll come to anywhere. Quite easily
As long as
led.
there's tea and biscuits involved, I'm in.
Coffee. Not tea, dirty tea.
What time
So,
are we at? 1:45. Right. If we get enough love hearts flying up on the screen, I will unclip the camera from the tripod and we'll go for a little wander around for the last sort of 10 minutes if you want, and I'll show you sort of where we are and what we've kind of been sat in, if that's what you want to do. So you got to let me know now.
yeah. Work for it, people. Actually, moving around might be a good idea anyway, because it... Oh, Andy, you superstar. What now? Not now.
Kettle's
it's
off.
fine. Oh,
Good
look,
man.
we've got so much love. You know that it's a young person doing that.
Excellent.
Someone's got ninja fingers pressing the love hearts there.
Right, give me a second then. Right, you take hold of the microphone.
All right, just
I
have
will
to
get
stay.
hold of the kit.
I'm old. I don't get up that easily.
There, right. You can't see us, but you can now see where we are in a little bit more detail.
Hi.
So yeah, so let's just go for a quick wander around before it gets too dark to actually see anything. Yeah, I'll go off. I've got... yeah, I will do.
Swap the case. Put the light on the front.
No, it's fine.
Andy said it's a really bad version of the Blair Witch. Shake it.
I've got to do a shot up my nose then if we do that. I'm not doing that.
Do it really close to here. I've got a runny nose. It'll be fine.
So yeah, right. So we're going to go for a walk up around that top of that hill, and then back down again. I'll show you where we are. So effectively, all of this around the church is the graveyard. I know, sorry Marion, I tried to disconnect the camera from the tripod and it wouldn't let it go, so the camera sort of swung about for a bit. just to let you sort of see that not all the graves in here are all really old. So that down there is where we've just been filming. Oh, it might go a bit dark in here. We come through these trees. Right, I'm going to go down this hill. What? Oh, right, Penny is answering your point there, Andy. You can't hear her because I've got the microphone. But she's saying yes, and that family are these graves that are just here, which I'm just coming round to, coincidentally. So yeah, that's these ones. I'm going to go around the other side of the church as well. If you guys are still with us, that's where we've just been sitting. So that's the other side. Font? Oh, is it there? Penny's taken the opportunity to do some dowsing. Quite possibly. Right guys, we're going to drop down this hill. Next to me on the left is one of my favourite trees in the world that I've ever found. But it won't show up very well on this because it's dark. But it's massive. And it's one of those trees, I don't know what make they are or breed they are, but it's like really soft, spongy bark. Right, this side of the church, so that is where we were just filming, up in that bit. And then down here is some sort of water bit. Yeah, Mickey, that tree is epic. When I feel, as you guys know, I've spoken about this before, when I feel like there's a lot of stuff going through my head and I need to kind of debrief the energy out of my body, I will sit near a tree, or I'll find trees to do that, because they absorb energy, and that's what they do. They're brilliant. So, God, I hope I don't sound out of breath on this. I think I'm actually quite unfit. Right, I'm coming back round, guys, to where we were just filming.
Can you just turn and look over there? Because I just saw a man watching it, and I know that he's not going to be on the road because this bit's higher than the road.
Okay, Penny thinks she's just seen somebody. So unless a local suddenly turns up and shouts at us, what you lot doing?
Yeah. He was here.
So right, I'll step back. So you're in the shot now. So show us where you've seen it.
I can't because I don't really want to come to a here.
No, I don't mean trample right the way in there. I mean just kind of.
Is that where the flowers are?
So where Penny's pointing now, them daffodils.
I just saw a man standing, blue shirt, light blue shirt, rolled up sleeves.
Standing, blue shirt, rolled up sleeves.
Sorry, forgot about that. And he had his hands in his pockets and he was just watching us.
Oh, fair enough.
Wasn't doing anything. He had
No.
brown hair. That possible?
But that tends to be the sort of thing you get when you do these sorts of things in graveyards. It does tend to be residually sort of stuff that we pick up on. Oh. Where are you going? All right. we'll follow you. You probably won't be able to hear Penny, so I'll relay the information as she says it. But incidentally, why can you never get a decent picture of the moon behind stuff on a phone? It just doesn't quite come out how you want it to. So yeah, it's proper dark down here, Penny. We can't see anything. Yeah, it's too dark down here now.
It was down in that corner. That's where I picked it. And this torch is
Oh, it's one of the little ones. Right, guys, let's go back up to where we were.
it's gone really cold.
So yeah, it's gone really cold. The light is starting to go now. Like Penny said, we don't have like a same kind of setup as Alex and Mickey with all the lights and all that sort of stuff. But I think it's been good. I've enjoyed being here. I've enjoyed answering your questions while we're here and sort of
Maybe we'll go somewhere else.
picking up on the energy. But right, give us 2 seconds.
Maybe,
There we go.
maybe next time. It's very dark.
It is really dark. The light's gone. Got no light. That's oh great. So you just put the light on me.
Yeah, you look pretty. Stand up.
Right, stand in front of it.
No, you can't see me at all.
Right, that's all I want.
Oh,
It's
creepy.
just for us to sort of say, right, thanks for joining us. Once we've sorted it, we'll put the video onto YouTube. Please go over there and subscribe because we are going to have to move over there soon.
Yeah.
Podcast is available. And, oh yeah, and I'm still on TikTok, which is quite funny.
Like a 12-year-old girl, it's
Oh, not.
horrifying, really.
Don't be ridiculous. Right, so thanks for joining us, guys. And
Maybe one day we'll have people on with us doing the chat with us.
yeah, good day.
That'd be fun. Oh,
Da,
that's
da,
not
da.
attractive. Jesus.
Right, you need to hold that because I can't stop the camera. Right, guys, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.